What you're looking at is the redesigned AFCO conductivity controller unit. It's roughly 10 inches tall, around 8 inches wide, and about 3 inches in depth. It has an on-off switch that you can see at the bottom right. It has 5 ports to bring in, one for the sensor, one for the power, and 2 for the relay outputs. And in the front you have an LCD screen that is capable of displaying the values that are measured and the setup values. And you also have 3 LEDs to the left, which indicate whether the measurement is above limit, within limit, or below limit. And to the right there are 2 LEDs that will indicate the status of the pump relays. What you're looking now is at the circuit board that's at the top, which contains the LCD display. Then you have the 4 touchpads to be able to program the unit. Okay, and to the left is a jumper which decides whether the unit will be in a program mode or in a run mode. And there's another jumper here which decides whether the unit will run in program 1 mode or in program 2 mode. The unit has 2 microcontrollers, one which is placed to the left and the other which is placed to the right. And the one to the left essentially is the master controller, which actually does the measurement and the display, and the controller to the right is the one that actually controls the pump operations. This is the dummy solve which will be used for testing. There is a 10K thermostat here that measures the temperature, and then you also have different resistors as the values for measuring the conductivity. What you see here is around 30 millisiemens. Okay, this is a 27 ohms corresponding to 37 millisiemens. This is 45 millisiemens, and this will be 127, 181, and 193 millisiemens there. And likewise, coming down here you have 25 millisiemens, 14 millisiemens, 6.6 millisiemens, and 0.8 millisiemens, and 0.3 millisiemens. This slide here explains the operation of the unit in program 2 mode, and also defines the parameters that's used in the demo for program 2 mode of operation that you'll be seeing in the next few minutes. Essentially, one can define an upper limit. Here it's about 100 millisiemens, and a lower limit, which is the 10 millisiemens. And as long as the unit measures values in between these two, we'll have the within limit green LED on, and the actual values will be displayed on the LCD. Once it's either if it exceeds the 100 millisiemens or goes below the 10 millisiemens, then we'll get the above limit or the below limit red LEDs on. That will be indicated to you. As soon as the measurement and display is started, the pumps are activated, okay, by controller 2 essentially, and the pump 1 is now programmed with a initial charge cycle, okay, which is at 20 seconds on and 5 seconds off, and then it will go into a continuous operation mode with a cycle of about 10 seconds on and 5 seconds off. Now likewise, the pump 2 also has an initial charge cycle, and which is we have defined here as a 5 seconds on and a 24 seconds off, and then the continuous pump mode will be with a duty cycle of 3 seconds on and 12 seconds off. And so this is how the program unit will work in program 2 mode, and it will continuously measure and display the values on the LCD screen, and if it exceeds the limits, the limit LEDs will be shown, but simultaneously the 2 pump relays will be operating with an initial charge cycle defined by the programmer, and also with a continuous operation cycle also in a pulsatile mode with the parameters that one can program into the unit. The unit also has a measurement range. Okay, it's between 0.5 millisiemens and 190 millisiemens, and if it exceeds these values, if the measured values exceeds these values, then an error message will be indicated and the pump will get turned off. We are going to show you the operation of the unit with the program 2. The parameters have already been keyed in, and I'm just turning on the unit. Okay, and when you see it saying data loading, essentially what it's doing is it's transferring all the parameters from controller 1 to controller 2 for the pump controls. And the dummy cell is essentially here connected to the 30 millisiemens resistor. It's around 33.3 ohms. And so when it reaches when it measures and reads the conductivity value, it should be close to 30 millisiemens. And you can see all the parameters for the relay 1 and relay 2 is being transferred. Okay, now the transfer is complete and it started measuring the conductivity of the resistor there. Okay, and you can see the green light come on, and the value that's measured is around 29.88 millisiemens, and the temperature is around 28.3 degrees centigrade. And the pump 1 has been turned on, which is the one with the long on time and the short off time, and the pump 2 is one operates simultaneously with a very short on time and a long off time. Okay, you can see the short on time here, and then it's off, and then it will go for a long off time. And so pump 1 and pump 2 will be simultaneously be running or be driven by controller 2 with the set of program parameters. Okay, and the measurement and the display will be showed by controller 1 to your left. Now what I'm going to do is now essentially move the sensor, the dummy cell, to above 127 ohms, which will be above the 100, and you should be able to see the upper red LED or the above limit LED come on. Okay, and it's now moved to actually 127 ohms. Okay, and you can see that the measured value is actually 127.34, and you can see the red LED on. Okay, the pump keeps running independently. Okay, there it is, 127.23. Yeah. Now I will move the sensor values being measured to the 30 millisiemens again, and what should happen is the red LED will go off, and then the within limit LED will come on, and you can see here it's around 29.88 millisiemens here. Now I will go back and move the measurement to a value below 10 millisiemens. In this case it's around 6.6. Okay, and then when it measures, you'll see the below limit LED come on. So you can see the below limit LED come on, and the measured value is around 7.01 millisiemens. Okay, and the pumps are independently running with the duty cycles that it has been programmed. The one on the top, pump 1 relay 1, going with a longer on time okay, and the shorter off time, the one at the bottom going with the shorter on time and the longer off time, as you can see, okay, in the video here. The only other feature that I would like to show, including this demo, is I'd like to move the measurement value to a value above the 190, which is the above the measurement range for the unit. So I'm picking a value that's around 193 millisiemens here, and that's around 193 millisiemens. There it goes. Okay, so you can see now that the both the limit LEDs are on, and the unit is now basically frozen, and you get a message which says error, okay, and out of range. When the error condition is reached, basically out of range is reached, the pump is also cut off. As you can see that the pump relays are also turned off. Okay, and then one manually has to go back and manually reset the machine for it to go back into operations.